Pleasure to be here. It's an honor to be here. I didn't really understand what VCON were doing, and in time, you see things in time, right? And more than the actual company itself, it's the people behind the company. Really astonished at what they've done. Started from the bottom now. They're here, and it's an honor to be here. I'm in the football world, football management. We have 12 football clubs, which I won't spoil the announcement that will be done today. We have an academy of over 24,000 players from around the world. We started our company here with Khabib and now VALIDUS Group. And look, it's an amazing place, and I'm just very honored to be here. And, yeah, if I can share some of my experiences.
12 football clubs. How did you come to start 12 football clubs?
Well,
what is not enough?
Well, our main business was football academies. And when COVID hit Australia, Canada, America, where 90% of our students are from, closed completely. And we had to reinvent ourselves, and we had one football club. And I thought, you know what? There's one thing we didn't stop during the COVID, that was professional football. So what we decided to focus on was building these small clubs and working our way up into the highest divisions. And we started the lower leagues, and now we're 2 or 3 years away of being in the big leagues. Various clubs in Mexico, USA, Australia, Canada, Mexico, I said that already, and of course Spain, which we have 5 football clubs. That's how we started.
Okay, that's it. Ladies and gents, Dr. Khabib, I heard you just joined us. Welcome, Doctor. I would get up. Thank you, Doctor. Okay, great. So, with the football clubs, and you opened recently a club with 60 people. So, you opened a club in Mexico, and one in Malaysia recently. Like, tell us about what's happening.
Well, we've teamed up with a very strong group in Mexico, and also now, recently, we're about to close a deal in Malaysia, in the city of Johor. It's the Prince of Johor, being our partner in the club. We'll be playing in the Singapore League. So it's very exciting times for our group to keep growing, and of course it's opportunities, right? It's opportunities for the kids. We do a lot of social work. I'm actually vice president of a foundation called Autism Soccer. We help over 800 students enrolled in Miami. So we're doing a lot for the community. I think football is like a religion. Of course, going on to religion, Pope Francis, we help do the Game of Peace, and we'll be announcing shortly with you guys in the coming 2024 of the Game of Peace in the Arab world. So there's a lot happening. So.
Amazing. Congrats, man. And we have some pictures of you. Can you load the pictures of Morris? Okay, just before that. I think we have the champion himself ready to come in. Is that correct? Where is it? On this side. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Mr. Khabib, Nurmagomedov.
Нет машин, что вокруг замирает звук мир, и на трон восседает покой.
Khabib, didn't forget the words this time. You learned from mistakes, huh? Everyone told me the first time you meet Khabib and you make such a mistake. No, you don't have. But you took some, we'll get back to them since the pictures are already right. But so Khabib, in the lunch break, you took some pictures with the platinum members. You guys were on the table. And I think you did some signing and the boxing gloves and stuff. Everyone came to me and they absolutely loved that interview you did. You know? How many of you said that? Right? Let's give a big round. They're very successful people many times. But one of the things that I really put on is you spoke a lot about your travels, and I just wanted to quickly ask you, why don't you share, do you have any special memories from some of your travels that you want to share with us? Because you've been to so many different countries, different places, you know, like what is something that stood out in memory?
I travel a lot, and especially I like to travel countries where football is very popular.
Sir?
Football.
You like football, yeah?
Where football is very popular. I like these kind of countries, like for example England, Italy, Spain, French, Germany, like, because same time with my we call it like vacation, same time I can enjoy with going to some big matches, you know, watching football.
Do you play football?
Of course I was playing like everybody, like when I was kid, like I was growing, but of course I never played like professional or amateur levels. But I love football and I follow football all the time.
Amazing. Amazing. We just discussed with Morris. Morris has a few football clubs around the world. He has 12 football clubs.
What do you do in football? Sorry?
This was, yeah, Morris. He has 12 football clubs. He's a few.
You say he's scholar?
Sorry?
You say he's scholar or
No.
president? Some
He's
club?
Presidente.
Like for example, I'm a fan of football. Fan of football. But not like, but what you're doing is interesting.
Yes, explain.
I just asked what are you doing in football, it's interesting.
I'm football agent, FIFA
He's
agent.
really nervous right now.
But it's okay. I know many people in football industry, you know, like, but I never see it. It's interesting why you're in football.
Yeah, like what's
We
it?
just talk, not fight. Not fight.
I feel better. You know what? Every time you do start a football game, it is a battle. It is a battle because it's a tough sport.
You say football is tough sport?
Rugby.
90 minutes.
Anything if you can play, this is not tough. But you cannot play MMA. This is tough sport. And football you can play. Because what happens, today they play, next day even they lose, they post selfie, they empty everything. But if you lose in MMA, your selfie is gonna be after 2 years. Because your face is not ready, you know. Football.
الناس اللي واقفين هني لأن من شوية قاعد يقعد فيهم اللي صار
This is freedom speech.
The only person who thinks
أنا اللي بقولهم يعني
smile is when they win the game or run out the the rest do not smile.
مش في حد كويس
No one smiles.
دايما يعني بص شكل التزام
I say tough, I mean tough sport.
يعني ده انا
We deal with a lot of youth players, a lot of young players trying to make it. So when I say it's tough, it's
لا
very
قدام ما
hard.
في
There's only very few percentage make it. 0.0% make it professional football. So when I say tough, it's a tough game. I mean at a professional level for a young player to get there. That's what I mean tough. Of course, football you enjoy it, and there's a time span you can play football and enjoy it as a professional. But as an amateur, of course, it's fun. That's what they live for, and we all live for this, and we live from this. So we're given the opportunity. What we do is building these clubs is not just for monetary. It's actually to help develop the youth around the world, together around the world, and less fortunate countries and more fortunate countries. That's what.
I have a question. I have a question. You said a lot of young players. guys working with a lot of young players. How do you guys prepare that? Because football player, like when he can become very famous and rich, like when he become 20 years old. Like, okay, you're 20 years old, you're very famous, and you have a lot of money, and every week you make like 100, 200,000 euro. This is big money. How do you guys teach them to deal with this? Because like in MMA, you just beginning when you become like 19, 20 professional. To become success, to become champion, you have to spend like almost 10 years. Like for example, like regularly, like when you have 20 fights, you can become like some big champion. Like for example, UFC champion, and you can make money, famous, and it's been 20 fights. It's been like around 7, 8. Like when you're 28, 29, 30, I become 29 UFC world champion. But can you imagine I become like this when I was 20 years old and I had money, fame, and my mindset still 20 years old, not 29. This is a big difference. How you guys teach young players when they become, what they have to do when they become famous and popular, rich, and you're 20 years old, how they have to deal with this?
Look, we don't get that far because once we put a player into professional football, it's really, he leads his own way. You know, 90% of the players come from less fortunate families, let's be honest. Come from hunger, determination. There's no plan B for youth players. You know, at a certain level. So I would say getting them there, getting them already in a football club, in a professional first, second, third division is already a massive achievement. So to educate them, we try to get them when they're younger, educate them and their families, because many do not make them, you know, and they have to have a plan B option. And we do give those services now, building residency schools, and make it obligatory that they finish school or they don't complete football as well. So I guess it's all about education and formation. Fame and glory, very few make it to that level. And the players that you know, they're the most humble people make it to the top of the ones that, you know, think they have made it, but they haven't made it. So.
It's a tough industry, yeah? It's a really, really tough industry, so easy industry.
Yeah, not too tough, but
Not as a sport, I won't say that. No, as an industry, to make these football clubs are a business. This is Morris, by the way.
You coach them or you just do pictures?
no, actually, this was the deal we actually did. If Diego Maradona and Al-Wasala was there in the deal, Cristiano, I live in Madrid. I work for Madrid, so I'm always in Madrid with all the players.
Okay.
Pele, we took Pele to Australia tour and mentoring and giving the students, kids and families his experience and his life and how he made it. So we bring a lot of kids. We brought Mike Tyson to Australia as well. 7 cities. Diego as well. We did one of in Australia as well. Yeah, one of those around. That's just mentoring.
Do you only invite football players or also other famous people?
Oh, we've only done football
So
players.
you can invite Khabib to maybe one of the
I think it'd be a great
He
inspiration.
loves football, right? In fact, Khabib, we have an announcement, right? We actually convinced me and had raised a few other guys to buy one of his clubs. So we actually bought a Khabib club. So this is our new club racing my bag. That's pretty cool. Imagine. Never did I think I was going to be involved in football.
You just guys create this club or you just buy this? I never did.
He made it. We put it up.
Marbella, right? It's in Spain.
There's 3 clubs in Marbella. Marbella, San Pedro.
San Pedro. It's pretty cool. We were just speaking, you know, and he introduced me. We were speaking one day, he looks at me and, you know, just meeting and say hi, and he's like, yeah, why don't you get involved in football? I'm like, I don't know, this costs so much money, this and that. He's like, yeah, but we do this and that. So yeah, eventually somehow he convinced me. Never did I think I would get involved in this.
Good luck, guys.
So why don't we make a plan?
Huh?
You love football.
Yes.
We're opening a club.
Okay.
You go to Spain sometimes.
First of all, I have to trust you guys. Then you can say I'm professional. If you guys don't have nothing knowledge about football, how I can run with you guys?
No, he's managing. He's the expert.
Okay. But I know football, but I don't know him. This is a problem.
Especially now that you know football and
That's
basketball,
why
you don't just...
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Let's start.
We can discuss about about knowledge, football, this history, But I don't know about his knowledge about football. But I am last 35 years I'm very good.
Oh wow. It's gonna be an interesting conversation.
Khabib, I have a question. Do you have any moment in your life, if you have that moment, where at that point you decide to change your life or to go to where you reach? Do you have this moment in your life, or what's the most important thing making you go for it and make it happen?
There is a problem with that. I don't hear his question.
Okay.
And when he talk, I don't hear too clearly. I just try to understand. Yes.
Do you have that moment in your life where you decide to change your life to make this success happen? So, which is the most important?
Like a defining moment.
Yes.
In my life, most important to become successful.
Yes.
Okay. It was professional fights. It was like 29, but amateur career it was almost 10 years. And there is very hard to choose one moment. It was a lot of moment, on my way to become champion. It was a lot of moment, a lot of big challenge. When you stay focused, when you train every day couple times, when you stay on diet, when you cut a lot of weight, when you have to recover after cutting weight before when you go to the cage. There's like so many moments when you fight with yourself. A lot of athletes, they fight with themselves, and most of them, they lose. First of all, they lose to themselves inside. Then when you go to inside the arena, cage, football stadium, whatever, they lose after to their opponents. Because even there is like football, a lot of football players, they play, for example, they league, like Serie A, like in Spanish league, Premier League in England, they play, but when it becomes a big stage in Champions League level, like for example, when it's playoff and you have to play in Santiago Bernabeu versus Real Madrid, even if you show perfect performance all season, you can lose, not because you're not ready, because your mentally is not ready. It's very important to be ready with every day, with all moments, what you face. Because there is not only your opponent. There is not like when I watch football, like for example, Napoli. Yesterday, he just got Italian champions. Last more than 30 years. Last time they became champion was Maradona. After that, it was Napoli was down. Yesterday they become champions. They win. Even they have 5 matches. They can lose all next 5 matches. They already champions of Italy. But what happened in Champions League? These young players, they are not ready for big stage. Maybe next season they're gonna be ready. Same thing with athletes, same thing with me. When I was 23 and when I was 30, I was completely different. When I just stepped into the UFC and after 10 years, I become different. Like time and challenge and all these things can build you, but you have to be patient. It's very important, and I cannot choose one moment why everything. There is you have to be patient and you have to be there, and stay focused, stay disciplined, and that's it. When a lot of people ask, if you're scared of something, if you don't like something, okay, for example, you're scared of dark, what you have to do? You have to be on dark. Every day you have to go inside dark room. Every day, then it's become your comfort zone.
Getting comfortable with the uncomfortable.
You comfortable?
Uncomfortable.
But because it's not that way,
It's like, have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's
Yes,
it.
yes.
Amazing.
I hope I answered your question.
Yes. I wanna take it over to Jeremy. So Jeremy, you are successful in a completely different arena. I don't know, people can Google your net worth and whatever, but you list companies in the hundreds of millions. And I know late money we shouldn't be so into just at this point. So Khabib saying that for him, success is like a long point of patience. Did you have a defining moment in your life when it comes to?
No, look, there's some really interesting parallels between sports and business and entrepreneurship and sports, and sometimes they're oversimplified because they say, well, it's the same thing. But actually, if you look at all the most successful sports people in the world, whether it's the top in motorsport or the top in tennis or whatever, they start when they're 4 years old. And it's from 4 years old, it's morning, noon, night, eat, sleep, sport, that's it. It's constant, relentless for their whole career. And their career tends to be in their 20s. You know, so I remember meeting an Olympic gold medalist who was retired, who from the age of 4 trained every day. At 18 he got into competitions, at 23 he went to the Olympics, won the gold medal, and then his career basically finished. And he had to look, what do I do now in life? I'm a young man, all I've done all my life is this sport. What do I do now? And it's never fun being a novice at anything, you know, when you're starting again. Everybody wants the lessons, but nobody likes the school fees. What you have to pay to learn those lessons is the painful bit. And in sports, you have this really difficult period, which is that you kind of retire pretty young. You've got your whole life ahead of you. You've got a lot more in front than you have behind. And you've only done one thing, really. You know, you've only done one thing relentlessly. You look at an entrepreneurial equivalent, might be somebody like Richard Branson. You know, he's in his 70s, he's about to put a spaceship into, well, he's already putting spaceships into space, you know, and he was doing stuff when he was 12, 13, 14 years old. So the entrepreneur parallel, I don't think is that simple. Of course, the dedication, the discipline, the hard work translate very nicely from sports into entrepreneurship, but it's on a different scale. Sports people are doing this from early childhood, you know, like a religion for the first part of their life, whereas entrepreneurs, you have a lot more time to screw up, to learn lessons, to come back again, to rebuild yourself, to do stuff. You don't get that many chances in sports. It's a shorter, more aggressive career, and you know everybody looks at the lottery winner. Everybody looks at the 0.1 of the 1% that break through, and in every sport, you can earn hundreds of millions of dollars if you're in that top bit. You look at Formula One. Top 10 drivers make over 100 million a year. You look at MMA, the top 10 fighters are earning over 100 million.
100 million a year?
Well, they could earn 100 million in their career, yeah. But like, you know, NBA, football, like all of those sports, the very, very top do incredibly well. And of course, that inspires a whole bunch of people who come from difficult backgrounds who want to be like them. And of course, it's the only limit is your own effort and input, so it's very appealing for people to join into because the barrier is themselves, effectively. But yeah, it's a really interesting analogy.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that definitely is. That's true, but at the same time, entrepreneurship requires discipline and requires the similar things. And I've seen many times athletes being compared to entrepreneurs. I do agree that that's a bit unfair. But do you think that there are at least some similarities, like between the mindset or stuff like that? Because now everyone's trying to mix everything, right? Someone is now we see a lot of athletes become entrepreneurs. We see basketball
Become
entrepreneurs, like athletes, you know, they make billions of dollars. You know, some of them go into business. I think that's the sport mindset that gives them the. Like if they succeed in one field. More than likely they can succeed in another field. Like you're now succeeding in business, you said, you know, you're opening some businesses. There's a lot of transformative skills, right, that you learn in both.
Sometimes it's very hard to say how you make money. And Allah gives you so much money. People like to say that this is because of my mindset. No, this is because you just give it this. Not because you are something special.
Would you give success and money?
Sometimes I don't even understand how I make money. I don't even like Mars or from Moon. No, I'm from here. Just Allah give me this. Like, it's very hard to explain. Some people say, because of my business view, look where I am. Okay, what you gonna say? You have a great business view and you lose everything. Yeah, what you gonna say? Everybody say when they lose, they say, oh, this is test from Allah. Because you want I lose. But when they win, they forget everything. When they win, they think, no, this is because this is wrong.
Is it the same with sports? So when you fight, you said that sometimes you can be the best fighter and still, like, your skills are great, but you don't really win the fight. Like, that's also possible, right? So it's very few fighters that get to the stage where they're up there with the skills, and even then they can still lose sometimes, right? So would you call that?
This is different things. This is different things. This is not same like what you say first. This is different things. This is okay. When you prepare, when you're tough, when you prepare, when you was working for this day all your life. Of course, there is like anything can happen. But if I train 100 days every day, couple times for this fight, almost 4 months. And you don't do nothing, you just sit and eat your something in front of TV, you're gonna lose. 99% you're gonna lose. Maybe if you got lucky punch, maybe you can beat me. But like when you watch, like I'm gonna be better fighter than you. If you fight 100 times, I'm gonna beat you 99 times, maybe 100. But there is rules. There is rules you have to follow. Okay, like for example, for me, there is rules when I was active fighter. I supposed to train every day, a couple times. Stay focused, stay disciplined, cut weight, make weight, after recover, and fight of the night. I have to be with good mood, with good energy. Don't lose myself first. And when cage close, I have to focus my opponent and beat. There is so many ways. You have to do this. Everything have to come together, you know? And this is different. About athletes, they making money, not many athletes in the world who making $100 million in the year. How many? Maybe 5 guys. Like even like last year, 22, it was how many fighters? Like Cristiano, Messi, LeBron James, who else? Canelo, 4 guys, maybe 5 guys, but we have 8 million people, only 5 guys. Let's talk about other fighters, other athletes. Most of them like football player, like football player, like all these guys. We have a lot of fighters who are making in 1 week like $50,000-$60,000, like million, you know. And they just become 21, 22. They don't even have family, kids, nothing. They just have parents who they already broke relationship because of this money. Parents try to control, parents try to give them advice, and he think, no, I'm living in US, I'm living in Europe, this is freedom speech, blah, blah, blah. I can do whatever I want, you know, and they lose everything what they have. Most of them. You know, like, for example, a lot of famous football players, they have good relationship with they call like family, but they lose brothers, father, mother, they already lose them. They don't have relationship, only business. And how they work with kids when they tell 14, 15 to prepare after 5 years, but this comes very soon. After 5 years, when they become famous and rich, this is the problem. And, I think we have to, like him, like me, I have my school. For example, I have like 600, 700 guys training in my school. And I try to sometimes explain them, you can become champion, but this is not everything what you guys have to do. You guys have to be champion inside your house, with neighbors, with friends, with everybody. Not just become champion, you just come home and it's finished.
And we see this even everyone know what I'm talking about. We see a lot of people in the entrepreneurship field gaining quick success. or in the sports field, like I said, there's some footballers and stuff. They gain quick success and it gets to their head. And one main topic that comes to mind is ego, right? And all of a sudden, they're the person, right? But from that, I think that's a journey that maybe is necessary for them to go through, but it's about the recovery, to realize that. Some people never realize it. But the ones who do, they come back, they humble themselves again, they either start from scratch, and that's what we spoke about before. Someone who loses money and someone who makes a lot of money and then loses it again. Now, from your perspective, like ego is a topic that is so broad, right? But and you always speak about staying humble, staying true to your parents, making sure that you just cherish the relationships you have and all of this. And it completely takes the focus away from telling people, like what some people say out there, focus on your business, forget what everyone says, shut up everyone, if anyone is an obstacle in your way, ignore them and all of this. But how do you balance that, How does someone stay conscious of that? Because sometimes they see opportunities and it doesn't fit with what you say, it doesn't fit with this idea of being good to everyone and, you have a chance to do some different things to go up. At that point, what should they tell themselves? How should they behave? How should they think to prevent themselves from making the wrong decision?
Should you always do what your mum says? I think it's
Yes.
Everybody understands you have to be a good person, blah, blah, blah. Question.
Okay, the question basically was, when the time comes when you can make, now I lost my track of thought.
Stay relaxed, stay humble, like you said.
Okay, let me
Can I ask another question?
Yes, of course.
Do you know anyone in your whole
You don't
career?
pretty much. I think you don't pretty much.
Every conversation is still a fight.
Everybody's serious here. It's like very I feel like tough energy here. Like everybody's fighting, but there is no fight. Relax. Just discussion.
Question. Do you know anyone in your career that you've been around that has trained harder than you?
Higher than me?
Yes. Have you met anyone that trains harder than you when you're fighting?
Someone who trains harder than you.
Harder than me?
You met?
I think yes. There is a lot of it. Because this sport is not only about hard training. This sport is about to become like champion of champions. You need mentality, strong mentality. Because diamond, we create diamond under big pressure. Everybody cannot be champion. Everybody cannot be best fighter in the world. There's only few people. They are like 10, 15. How many MMA fighters you know? Maybe 5. Okay, maybe 10. But how many is like around the world? 100 and 100,000 people. And there's not only about hard work. There is how you can handle this pressure. How are you gonna handle this? Everything comes, you have to release this. It is like if you don't have channel, when rain comes, it's like something like, it's like you have to be very strong mentally, and of course you have to be ready physically, but the most important is mentally. Mentally, I think there is some fighters. They was very tough mentally, but physically they was not hard workers. Some people it was very hard workers, but when pressure come, they fell down. I met a lot of people. But in my gym we have a couple of fighters. They have very big championship caliber fighters. They have big chance to become more success, more popular than me, more much better legacy than me. And time will show everything. Time. Stay focused years and years. It's not easy. And when everything finished, you can watch. It was better. Time shows everything. But most important things on this tough sport, it's mental.
I want to speak a little bit about charities. Thank you. I want to speak a little little bit about charity because I know that we spoke about the VCON Foundation this morning, and the Paris, of course, you have a background. It's also very big on this topic, and Khabib was speaking about sharing and how important it is to share. So, when it comes to charity, what we're doing with the VCON Foundation, educating people around the world for free, how do you think that that's going to add value in a different way?
Well, I believe that the secret of life, the secret of success in life is in giving. We have to share, like you just said. If you are a champion, I think everybody can become a champion in their own life. You don't have to just be an MMA champion or a football champion. In your life, everybody has their own struggles and they will overcome. And you will only become successful if you believe in what you do and you don't of course give up. And you need to always show or misfortune and you need to give back to society. Whether you are influencing people, whether you are contributing something, whether you are educating, we all have this responsibility to share good knowledge, good contribution to other people who are less fortunate, because we believe there are much more talent out there. That's part of our network, that we are in seek of those people, those talents, to provide them opportunities, to give them something. While you are in a position that you have been blessed with so many things, you have good health, for example, you can train people, you have good finances, you can financially help people, with good words, with wisdom and positivity. So part of the foundation we are building, we have this vision to constantly learn, grow, teach others, and contribute to societies. So recently we took part, like personally, I've been involved in charitable work. For the past 20 years, I've been involved in charitable work. And recently we took part in some charity in Turkey, like there was an earthquake. So it's not about just one place or one fast. Collectively, we have a responsibility to give, whether you give secretly or openly to motivate other people. Your intention should be good, and you should always have this open hand to give, because when you give, you always get more. You only become more by encountering.
Absolutely.
So we are on this journey together, by legends like Khabib here, Maurice, and everyone else here. Yes, of course, legend of all time for me.
We have one legend in
Khabib is living by example, of course. Legend.
Is there a legend to know?
Normally legends are dead, but living legends may be.
I don't even have with Pele, Maradona, Messi, photo. I have one with Cristiano. Here with all of them.
The idea is that they are champions in their own field, but now they want to add value to societies, to people constantly. And they want to empower human beings that new generation need influence, they need inspiration from you. And we are really proud of you.
Right, so, Jeremy, we spoke before about, yes, let's give it up for Jeremy. We spoke before about kids growing up with easy conditions,
Yeah.
And it's something that we've touched on. Now, your kids will have an incredible life.
Yeah.
I know, where's that slide of Jeremy? So, I was speaking to Jeremy, and it's crazy because one week he's invited by private jet to Qatar for Tiffany & Co. The next week he's invited to New York, all food, everything paid for, and all of this. So, your kids see this, they're influenced with this. What measures do you take to prevent them from becoming,
It's a really good question. Yeah, my kids are 8 and 6 years old, and I worry they will never struggle because I grew up on a farm. I could only dream of flying first class, or dream of seeing Shanghai Wars or champagne wars or things like that. And obviously, all of these things you have to pay for when you're poor. But when you're rich, it's thrown at you every day. You're invited to everything, you're given everything. People give you stuff all the time. And it's very difficult to to explain to your kids what a normal life is. I mean, during COVID, we spent the whole year flying around on a private jet. We then got on a plane in business class. My kids asked, who are all these other people on the plane? Because they've not experienced it. This is not great. You know, I'm proud of that. That's something that we need to address and figure out. And I mean, they're only 8 and 6 years old now, and they're living in Dubai, and Dubai is also a bubble. You know, this also puts a layer of protection around. As Khabib said, it's a very safe city. So being a very safe city, you don't learn the kind of street smarts that you would pick up if you lived in somewhere else. And before this, we lived in Singapore for 12 years, also a really safe place to live. So there is this risk that the kids grow up in a bubble, they don't get to experience what it's like in other places in the world. And then the first time they travel, they're kind of at risk. I mean, one of the things we do to mitigate is we do travel a lot. So we take them all around the world, we go to lots of places, and that hopefully opens their eyes to different experiences, different ways that people live, different cultures. But yeah, it's a challenge, and I don't know how to address it. It's a really common problem with.
Well, I'm just saying like Khabib's gym, and maybe they're going to see some of the tough stuff that the sport has to do.
What's your secret? How do you teach the kids the value of money and the value of life?
Your kids,
8 and 6, very small. So now, I don't think it's such a big problem this age, but soon it's a problem.
how many years ago?
How many years do I want?
How many years you want?
Me personally, that's not my choice.
But there is a problem with all you say of the future.
Yeah.
It's gonna be here, but maybe we're never gonna face this time. Most of the kids, they don't understand. They don't even know who I am. They just call me dad or myself. Maybe daughter, you know, but even she don't understand. It's good to teach them with our example. First of all, you look, show, then you say to them, you say to follow. Not like you smoke and you say to your kids, don't smoke. Of course, they don't. First of all, you have to be good example. And for future, I don't know, like 6 years ago, I was poor. After 6, like now, right now, okay, I have money. After next 6 years, I don't know what's gonna happen. You never know. Like even what happened this 2-3 years, COVID, this change whole world. We never know. We never know where we're gonna be after 5, 6, 10 years. We never know. That's why I like to live now. Today, tomorrow, maybe 1 week, maybe 2 months, 3 months, but not. I don't have plan to 10 years. We talk about education for kids, not business. Of course, business you have to plan like 4, 5, 6 years. But for kids, you cannot plan because if you lose now time, when they become 16, 17, like they're gonna be with own vision. They say freedom speech, everything. You know, they're gonna live. You know, that's why it's like we have to work with our kids today, tomorrow, and after. Not yesterday, not after 10 years.
Your kids fight for it? No.
I fight for them.
Toys or maths?
No, I fight for them already all my life. I think they have to be not like me. They have to be nice
legacy.
Not like me. I'm like good people. First of all, when they look at me, they. I know you, even maybe you worry about me. You say the chapter like, but I'm like everybody. I'm a nice person. Maybe a little bit physically stronger than you, but same.
But you know, there's a really great example of this because now we're in Dubai, and we talk about this so many times. You know, this country, this city as well, how it's gone from successful visionary ruler to visionary ruler to visionary ruler, and they just managed to keep it going. You don't see this like in history. It's very rare, you know. And you know, of course, you're born and bred here, and this is your place. Like, what are some of the things? Like, how did this happen? You know, it's very strange.
listening to Khabib and Jeremy, and if you look it, you will find the most important thing is like how you fight against yourself first, to compete yourself. Then you go, for example, Khabib will go to stage, but before you come to the stage, or if you go to fight, if you cannot fight yourself and win yourself, then you will be not. So one of the most important things here, we don't compare us with any other countries of us. We just, as Sheikh Hamad always said, we don't look to other people. We want to be tomorrow better than ourselves today. So constantly doing this is the result. But if you think and you get distraction from what you are focused on, oh, this country they did this, oh no, they are doing this, so you will lose the focus and you will lose your goal. But always when you are focusing on this, you will win. Doesn't matter, business or sport or anything.
Amazing. And everyone speaks about legacy, you know. You say legend and all of this, and that's like a dream for most people, you know, to achieve legendary status. You know, you can pretty much say never be better in history again. The real legacy is what you leave behind as you become. And that's not just in materials, because that, like you said, goes away. It's even what you instill in the next generation. All of that. So I think that's as important as anything else. I think we are reaching, even though it's very interesting. How many of you are enjoying this conversation? And it sounded serious at times, but it was a hint of science. You know? That's what people are, because everyone's just so interested in especially the amazing lessons and everything they learned today. I think we have a small gift for all the panelists from San Pedro. Do you guys would like to hold? Someone can do the honors and maybe give them over. Maybe give Khabib and Jeremy a gift from the new football club that we have. These shirts, they're right next to you actually. Yeah. This is a token to Khabib and Jeremy.
Yeah. Yes.
Here, man. Guys, soon we're going to host an opening ceremony for the football club. It's going to be in Marbella, San Pedro.
Yes.
Spain, you guys are invited. We will invite Khabib. If you trust us enough by that time, hopefully we'll accept the invitation. We're going to see if we can play a nice football match together. Jeremy, do you play football? Yeah. Okay. Jeremy, I thought you guys did the picture together. So, do you play football, Jeremy? Yes, for sure. Yeah, can we have Mr. Nasser to make it? For the picture?
One for Nasser.
We done? No, we just close it. Yeah, those are for us. If you want, you can wear them. But I'm not sure everyone will enjoy that at the stage. Alright, so this is Mr. Nasser to me. This is the shirt as well. So this panel was to show you guys success comes in many ways. It's not just one way. You know, sometimes people are sold out to one concept, one idea, one sport, but I think we have to expect success in all its forms. And success can mean different things for everyone. We established that today. The name of this panel is Success Panel. But more than anything else, I think it's really to just be a good human being. You know, everyone here spoke about kindness, about leaving a legacy, about teaching the next people, putting one step in front of the other, discipline, all of that. I think we can all learn from that. And I would like to thank all of you extremely for being here today and for embracing us and for honoring this proud of your presence. And thank you very much. And I'm Khabib here for those, so we're going to call it a day. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for all our panelists. Thank you so much for being here today.
Тишина на рассвете, и нет машин, все вокруг замирает, и звука нет, и на трон восседает покойный. Когда на пик горы сядут облака, так что за белой дымкой не видно край, и вздохнув глубоко, посмотрю я вдаль, понимаю, что это и есть рай. И по ночам мне снится вся красота, что в Дагестане. Я буду родиной гордиться, ее любить не перестану. И даже за границей у дагестанского народа в сердцах любовь искрится к своей земле, к своей природе. Солнце стоит прямо над головой, наполняя цветы, даря тепло. Громкий гул принесется за детворой, ветром с моря гонимой назад домой. А потом уже ночь примет свой черед, где звезды вдалеке ослепит глаза. И тогда сонный город опять уснет, понимаю, что это и есть мир. И по ночам мне снится вся красота, что в Дагестане. Я буду родиной гордиться, ее любить не перестану. И даже за границей у дагестанского народа в сердцах любовь искрится к своей земле, к своей.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be taking a 15-minute break. 15-minute break. And we'll resume this session. Thank you very much.